So, what a movie I just saw, guys! Dragon Ball Superhero. Great movie. If you're great movie, guys. But before we get into that, let you guys know this is AW here, Aaron Will Order, and yes, please click on the notification bell. First, share, like, subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Click on the notification bell to get notified when things come up, when videos come up, when streams come up. I'll do video game streams as well, me playing video games. I'll do regular streams. We talk about topics and stuff. Anything that's entertainment related, sports related, video game related, movie related, wrestling related. If you're into wrestling, we'll talk that. And I just upload some news, some breaking news, reviews on movies, TV shows, video games. I do that, all that. So yeah, so for example, guys, this Thursday I'll be uploading a non-spoiler She-Hulk episode 2 review. Then on Saturday, this upcoming Saturday, a live stream of She-Hulk spoiler-free review. So Thursday, non-spoiler video, not a stream, but Saturday, a spoiler stream, live stream of She-Hulk on Saturday. So let's get into this. I just got back from seeing Dragon Ball Superhero. Now, if you're a big Dragon Ball fan like me, then you'll love this movie. I watched Dragon Ball Z, even GT. Technically, GT is not canon, but in Dragon Ball Super. Now, this film takes place. Well, obviously after Z. It takes place in Super. Super's after Z, after the Buu saga, but takes place after the Beerus saga, Golden Frieza saga, Goku Black saga, Zamasu saga, I guess a multiverse time travel saga, whatever. Jiren, Jiren. And this takes place after that, some years after that. Now, I'm not going to spoil it, but this is if you know this film, it's not centered around the two main Dragon Ball characters throughout Dragon Ball Z and Super. And that's Vegeta and Goku. It's not, they're in it, but they're not the main focus here. It's focused around Piccolo and Gohan, really. But if you watch, I'll tell you something. If you watch it relates to some of the Cell saga. Like it's the Cell saga has a major role in here. In a way, I can't totally spoil it for you. But if you watch the Cell saga and then you watch this movie, you understand where I'm coming from. But I thought the writing on this movie was very well done. You made the mix of seriousness and comedy, like the classic Dragon Ball Super stuff. I loved it. That's what I find different with Thor: Love and Thunder. Thor: Love and Thunder tried that, and I don't think it worked. But with Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, it works. I mean, that's how it's always been, right? Mix of seriousness and comedy. Work for Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. The animation, CGI, the VFX for this movie was very well done. Like I liked it a lot. There's a little bit of issues, but the thing about Dragon Ball Super, I'm not talking about the VFX this part here, but it's very hard to see, because Dragon Ball, especially with this animation, the final battle scene, you see a lot of energy attacks, a lot of powered up attacks, people in the auras around them. It's very hard to see. That's classic Dragon Ball Z, but if you watched the shows before, that's what you're getting with that, obviously. But the story, like I said, the story is good. It was fun, made sense. It's actually longer than some movies I saw. It's longer than Morbius. It's about an hour and 40 minutes, which is it didn't feel like it because of the storytelling and the pace. It did not feel like an hour and 40 minutes. It actually felt shorter, but in a good way. It's kind of like typical superhero movie. More like the MCU kind of superhero popcorn movies where there's some basic storytelling, there's some basic story, but a lot of action. There's a lot of action, especially towards the end. There's a lot of action. The last, 35, half an hour was a lot of action. Like a typical superhero movie. A lot of MCU does it a lot. Right? But there's not a lot of adventure. There's not a lot of adventure in this movie. Like Dragon Ball, they don't travel to space or anything. There's not a lot of adventure in this movie. I mean, they kind of got away with that since this Frieza saga. Frieza saga was more of an adventure story, right? Because they went to Namek and they collected Dragon Balls. That's more adventure stuff. But this is not an adventure, but it's fun. Piccolo and Gohan got to shine here. It's mainly focused on them. I won't tell you details what happens to them. You got to see a certain resemblance of a mega villain, a different kind of villain. No, I wouldn't say different kind of villain, but a villain that looks similar from a Dragon Ball Z. Very similar. It's just, but more dangerous and more lethal. And I can say one thing: crazy as hell, man. I'm not, and he doesn't talk. This villain doesn't talk. It's a he, but it doesn't talk. But it's think of Broly without the talking, because when Broly loses control, he's on a rampage. He's uncontrollable and unstoppable. That's what the villain is like here, obviously. But the villain here is like, but he's kind of creation. It's more like a Doomsday from BVS. He's more like a Doomsday villain if you think about it, because there's other villains at play here that created this villain, and I won't tell you who they are. Okay. But yes, I really love this movie. When I posted on Twitter. I don't think it's gonna happen. This movie actually made money. I mean, it's not gonna make 500 million, but it might make 50 to 100 million maybe, which is good for this. But but the word of mouth around this movie has been positive. And I'm a very hot taker. I'm probably gonna be wrong. I wouldn't be shocked if Hollywood in some way tries to take another shot at making a Dragon Ball movie. But I don't know how it would work, because Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z is like so weird. It's so strange to adapt. I mean, the fighting you could do, the CGI, the fighting you could do when you have power, energy attacks, flight, psychic attacks, power ups, martial arts in the air when you're fighting, when you're flying. You could do that. It's just that because we've seen it in other movies before. You've seen it. It's just that the world they live in. It's like dinosaurs roaming that world. Is this the world they live in? I think it's gonna be hard, but I won't be surprised if Hollywood takes another shot at some point. That's my hot take there. But yes, go see this movie if you're a huge Dragon Ball fan. If you're not a Dragon Ball fan, and you just want a good popcorn flick movie, good superhero movie, this is it. But you may not understand. This movie because of some of the references, some of the backstory that this movie tells from the previous sagas in Dragon Ball Z. But yes, once again, like, share, subscribe, comment below. Tell me what you guys think about this movie. And yes, click the notification bell. Remember, Thursday, non-spoiler review of She-Hulk is coming up. Saturday, that's a video. Saturday, a live stream of She-Hulk episode 2 will be live. And anybody's free to join. Make sure you see an episode. If you want to be spoiled, yeah, it's okay. You're allowed in, but at least try to see the episode, okay? So with that, AW Aaron Wilder is out.